This research engages with the dynamic relationship between small-scale community conservation initiatives and landscape conservation goals. We examined the role that communities play in fostering and supporting sustainable landscapes, and how we might scale up local initiatives to support connected habitat and ecosystems across landscapes. Social capital plays a critical role in landscape conservation because it increases actor buy-in and information flow across an area. Strong social networks fostered by social capital are particularly critical in supporting conservation in mixed-use, multifunctional landscapes. We interviewed representatives of community organizations involved in landscape management to understand synergies across activities, and we did a social network analysis to understand the connections across these organizations. Our study area is part of the Mesoamerican Biological Corridor, a proposed network of interconnected habitat that seeks to provide migratory pathways for fauna and flora between Panama and Mexico. Costa Rica has instituted a network of 44 mixed-use corridors that span the country. We worked in one of these. The Bellbird Biological Corridor extends from protected areas in the Monteverde region to the coast. We began the study in 2013 when we established a database of 66 community organizations, NGOs, government organizations, and businesses in the region. These are shown in green. Interviews with these organizations helped to establish a baseline understanding of activities and concerns. In 2018, we performed in-depth interviews in 2 towns, Costa de Pájaros and Santa Rosa. These interviews provided additional insight into the functions, goals, and activities of organizations. Finally, in 2019, we surveyed actors from the database to assess social network characteristics. A rapid assessment of top conservation activities and concerns from 2013 showed activities and environmental concerns that remained consistent throughout the years studied. These concerns varied by social ecological subregion. Interviews from 2018 revealed that the goals of community organizations tended to align with objectives of landscape conservation organizations. There was some variation by region according to specific socio-ecological conditions, such as the importance of fishing on the coast. The 2018 interviews further showed commonalities across conservation activities undertaken by landscape conservation organizations and local communities, demonstrating an interest and potential for engagement in conservation across the region. For example, biodiversity and habitat protection appeared central to community organizations. These are activities that support landscape conservation goals. The 2019 survey was designed to understand the potential for leveraging conservation activities under the banner of the Bellbird Biological Corridor Initiative. Therefore, we asked respondents about this initiative and their perceptions of the corridor. The strengths of the corridor were understood clearly as within the realm of environmental awareness and activities, while a key weakness was interagency coordination. Each survey respondent was directed to answer questions as a representative of an organization. Our social network analysis focused on organization type, primary focus area, and spatial distribution. The 3 main focus areas among all actors were education, conservation, and community development. These actors worked at a variety of jurisdictional scales. Government entities tended to play important roles in working directly with local communities, while the NGO bridging actors served to connect those entities primarily within the realm of conservation. We also examined network strength according to location. We found a highly centralized network around the Monteverde region. Of the actors operating from within the corridor, half operated out of Monteverde specifically. Monteverde organizations showed strong ties to federal government and international organizations, while most communities were only tied into the network through organizations in Monteverde. This indicates a high degree of centrality in the network, both in terms of social capital and spatial distribution. The sparseness of this particular network, where most community organizations lack direct collaborations with each other, results in an organizational structure that may lack resilience. For example, the removal of NGO actors in Monteverde could cause the collapse of coordinated conservation activities across the region. This offers the potential for these organizations to function as bridges, connecting activities and institutions across scales. However, for long-term success of conservation across the landscape, it is necessary to fortify social capital across all organizations, thereby strengthening the connectivity of communities across the area and hopefully the connectivity of habitat as well. Thank you very much.